third time, no, like the second time also. The other live I had to go off because I needed to attend to something quickly, so I had to go off. So I'm back again. So whenever I come across this live, this is Let's Talk to, and so let's wait for one or two persons to join, and then we can start our Q&A. So So I came back on live to complete my Q&A. I started it earlier, but I didn't see much. And of course, I had to attend to something quickly, so I couldn't continue. So this is so I wanted to just continue with this live. So whenever I come across this live, if you have a question, please drop a question. Let's talk. Because most times I discover that when I come on live anytime, I see that people have and sometimes it kind of make me deviate from the topic of discussion for that day. So I just wanted to make this just about question. If you have questions that are related to what I talk about and what this channel is all about, you such questions are welcome. You have questions around consistency, around productivity, around growth, creating the best version of yourself, habits that will help you stay productive, um, things how to grow your work with God. These are my these are things my channel talk about. So you're welcome to ask. Please keep it civil, keep it respectful. So so I had to come back again just because I saw that there were people earlier and I had to leave them. I'm sorry that I left earlier, but I'm back again. So let's continue from where we stopped. Yeah. So just wait a little for others to join. So what's your I will let me ask a question in case you come. What's like what's the what's one of the things stopping you from staying consistent? What's one of your biggest challenge or obstacles to consistency? What's that thing preventing you from showing up every other day? What is it? What is that thing that is stopping you from staying consistent? Do you know what it is? Maybe we can. So, for I see some persons are joining us. So, this evening, this is Let's Talk with Anyone, by the way. Here we talk about consistency, productivity, growth, and how to become the best version of yourself, and also how to stay productive in your work with God. So, but today I come on live to talk on different topics. But today I just wanted to do a Q&A. So if you have a question you would like to ask, I can also ask a question, and we can talk around things that I talk about, like consistency, productivity, creating the best version of yourself, habits that will help you stay productive, building self-esteem, self-confidence, and your work with God. You're welcome to ask questions around this. And if these are things that resonate with you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to comment and like. So I was asking earlier that what's stopping you from showing up every day? What's that thing that's a big challenge for you that's preventing you from showing up? And what do you think is the reason? What's that thing preventing you from being productive? What is it? What's your current challenge in terms as it concerns productivity and consistency? If you have such, I'd like to know in the comment section. And if you have a question, you can also ask. Questions around what I do though, what I talk about though. Ah, my biggest fear I've had to overcome. Hmm. I think there are multiple, but let me think of one. You know why it's hard for me to pick one now? Because in recent times, I've had to face some of the things that I've had to fear the most. And so I'm trying to know which of them to mention first, or maybe because I've had to it seems like in the last few months has been my months of conquering fears, things that I was so scared of doing, they were like my biggest fear that I was so sure I would never be able to face. I've been able to face them. So I'm trying to remember. No, not remember. I know them, but I'm trying to see which of them is the biggest if I'm to put them in terms of priority. Maybe it could be the biggest for me, but someone will laugh at it that that's so simple. How can that be? Yeah, that's a very big fear. That's a serious one. I think one of my biggest fear was losing someone close to me, and it happened. I lost my grandpa last year, some months back, and it was hard for me to face the I was so scared. I didn't want him to die, and but I was scared he was going to die at some point. But I I felt like it was going to be hard to face his death. And when he died, I was not at home. I was out of the country studying, so I was not around for his burial, and that was heartbreaking. But fortunately, I had traveled a year before to pay a visit to him when he was still alive. So when I traveled home last year and I visited his graveside, I it was hard for me because I felt like I was never going to face that. Yeah, thank you so much. It was very hard because he's very close. You know how he was very involved in my life, in our lives. You know, when they asked us to write tributes, one of the things that I wrote about him was that how did you do it? How where we he had a lot of grandkids, and he had a lot of people that were looking up to him, yet he was so involved in all of our lives. Like, how did you love us so deeply? How did you get involved in our lives? He was there from the time I was born. He was there from the day I was born. He was always like he was somebody that would argue a lot, he would tell me so many things. So he was so involved in my life. He was so proud of me, gave me he was always telling me, "Oh, you've got this. I believe in you. I trust you. You can do this. You've got this." He would say, "Why don't you give up on?" We always arguing, and it was a very nice. He was someone that was he was very learned, and he was so exposed. So he always had something. We were always arguing about it. I was like, and then why don't you ever give up on arguments? Like, you should be a lawyer. It was a very good. He was very involved. And whenever I want to go to school, back to university, I was like, "Oh, grandpa, I want to go to school." I'm like, "Okay, here's allowance." He gave me allowances for school. He bought me stuff. So, and my aunts, whenever they want money, they'll be like, whenever they want something that they know that he would not give, they'll be like, "Can you help us speak to grandpa to go and tell your grandpa that you want this?" And I will go and tell him, and he will give it. He will give it. So they were using me to get things from him. Oh wow. It can so sorry about that. It can be so hard, especially when you are not there. To when you are not there for when they like the day they told me about the death, I felt so did I felt so I screamed because I felt so bad. Grief is worse when you are grieving alone, when there's nobody to grieve with you. When you are not even able to go to their go for the burial. I mean, I was far away. I couldn't travel. I mean, it was at the time where I was very far away. I was deep into my research. I couldn't even travel. And the burial was at a time where I couldn't travel. So it was very, I was just alone. Do you know, you're grieving alone. Your entire family is out there together, grieving together, mourning. And I was here. And the day it happened, um, on our family group chat, nobody was responding to messages. And you know how heartbreaking that you can't call them. Nobody is responding on the chat. Nobody is speaking their call. Yeah, I think that's true. My grandma, she had like she cooks so well. Thankfully, she's still alive. She cooks I think all of the cooking skills that I have, I learned most of them from her because I spent a lot of time with her. So she would teach me a lot of recipes. Like, Esther, put this, let's do this. Sometimes we would cook. She loves spicy food and I love spicy food. And many people don't like spicy food in our house. So we would always cook our food very separately, and she said, and then let's do this food. Now that we've cooked for everybody, let's cook ours. So it's something I enjoy. I'm glad I was able to see her. I saw her a few months ago. It was very nice. I'm glad that she's still there. So thank you so much. And Oxygen, sorry about your loss. It can be very heartbreaking to lose someone. See, I think one of my fear that I would not want to that would want to overcome someday is fear of being I don't want to die poor. I want to have I want to I want to have like a lot of, yes, you're correct. I want to have like a lot of resources in my at my disposal. I feel like I want to achieve so much. There's a lot of things I want to do. Some persons meet me and they feel like I have done a lot. Some of my friends will be like, Esther, or like, you inspire me. My name is both Esther and Ene. You inspire me a lot. You've done so much at your age. I wish I was like that. But me, I feel like I've not done so much. I feel like there's a lot I need to do. I feel like I have not attained certain heights. I feel like there's a lot to do. But then when people look at you, they feel like you've done so much already. Maybe it's because they have no idea about the kind of ambitions that you have, the desires that you have, and also maybe because you as a person is not yet grateful for the place that you are. Because sometimes we are so focused on the things that we want to become that we are not grateful for the things that we have currently. And so sometimes why people are appreciating and um, celebrating, there are so many. I want to make a lot of money. I want to be able to reach out to a lot of teenagers and young adults. I am very passionate about teenagers and young adults. I want to be able to create something for them, inspire them, and sponsor some of them to do a lot of things for them. I feel like they have a lot to offer. I feel like the teenage age is it's a very sensitive age that if with the right mentoring, with the right guidance, with the right if the right space is created, their future would be very bright. I feel like there are a lot of teenagers with so much with a bright future, with a lot to offer, but there's no much guidance. They are just left on their own. Sometimes they are left to grow up. They are told to just grow up. Yes, everybody wants to get rich. I really want to get rich. I want to be a I'm currently doing research. I wish I could do more I want to get to a point where I would be part of people that would create something that would change, that would transform lives. I want to be part of the change makers. So I'm currently doing my research in cancer, and it's very challenging. I'm currently doing research in cancer, in cancer, and so we're it's like, but it's a different approach to manage it, like oncolytic virus. That's from the approach we're coming from. And so right now, do you know what? Do you know how um intensive and stressful and difficult it is for you to run experiments, do a lot of experiments? You keep failing at experiments. Like this week I've been a bit down because the cells that I'm working with are just dying. And if they keep dying, I can't work with them. And it takes a lot of time to grow a cell. Grow a cell to the point that you want to infect them and test them and then use them again. So, but I know someone and I have a relative and someone who, and people, I've lost people to that. So it's something that I'm very passionate about because I feel like if we get a breakthrough or slow down some things or find a way around it, we would have lesser pain, we'll have lesser issues. It will be, it will be, it will be very, it will, life will be a lot easier. So I find research very interesting. You know, earlier today, I was telling myself that I feel like research is it's making me resilient. It's teaching me patience. It's making me to be more. It's making me to think so much, because um, all of a sudden you find yourself not giving up easily. You want to give up, but you can't give up because you know that you want to do this. You know why you are doing this. You know there's a lot that is going to happen. Sometimes I read so much, my head aches from reading. My eyes are almost swollen from staring at the screen. Like, no, I would. Okay, what about him? I haven't, but I would. Is it what? What about him? What interest? Is there something interesting about him? Okay. Sincerely, it takes a lot. I won't lie. Like you have to read, like you have to do a lot. Like this week alone, I have so many experiments I have to do. I have to read about so many protocols and procedures and read papers, journals, think about them, and then imagine putting that much effort only for it to fail after a period of time. And then you have to start from beginning again. So it is why I feel like it's teaching me resilience. It's making me to be more resilient. It's teaching me how to build to just be someone who has a lot of capacity. Because it's also teaching me patience. Because how do you watch something fail over and over and you keep trying over and over? It fails, you try, it fails, you try. Do you know how many cells I've had to use over? I try this one, it fails. I try another one, he fails. I try another one, he fails. I try another one, it fails. And but yet I don't give up. I keep trying again because I know that I would probably get a result at the end. Of course, one of the driving forces is the fact that I have a focus. I have a desire. I have a target. There's something I want to achieve. And I think this is like my driving force. This is the thing driving me to want to show up every day. To want to, wow, that's interesting. Now I would check him out. So I think this is one of the things. So beyond, I I was telling someone that even if I quit at this point, I would be grateful for all he had, all this process had taught me. Being resilient, being learning to be patient. Um, it's given me the strength and the energy that if you put your heart to something, you would be able to get results. And I think now what that has done to me also is that it will be very hard for me to give up on something. I don't think. do you know? Do you know I'm laughing? I almost didn't do this live because today I felt quite bad about myself dying, and I didn't want to come on YouTube today. I didn't want to come on YouTube today. I'm like, I wouldn't come. I have no reason to come. I need to quit this YouTube and focus on my research. And but I was like, oh, I already started. I mean, I started even though my YouTube channel has been there, I started it as a channel this year in January, but I only got serious around March, at the end of March, towards April, and then I think in the beginning of April, I decided to start a 100 days consistency challenge. You know, that's crazy. Imagine starting a 100 consistency challenge when you have a lot of research to do and you have so much to do. I think what that was doing, what I wanted to do with that was to see how I could balance my life, you know? And I also wanted to find a way to create something I could pour my heart to, something else that I find that is interesting to me, that I enjoy doing, so that I don't choke myself just focusing on one thing. Imagine if every single day I'm just reading books, and not just even that. I love to speak. I feel I have a lot to talk about, and I feel that there are people who needs to hear my voice, who needs to learn from me. Thank you so much for that compliment. Thank you very much. Sincerely, we there's a lot going on, so we have to just be positive about life. We don't have a choice. Like, it's like we don't have a choice. If we're not positive, things that nobody's going to motivate you. You just have to find a way to stay positive, to stay motivated, to want to show up. It is why when you travel even out of the country, you go to a place and then you are just focused, because you know that you just have to motivate yourself to show up. You just have to be productive. You don't have a choice. You don't have time to play around, to just you have a goal and you just focus on it and just want to show up every time. So thank you so much for that compliment. It means a lot to me and a whole lot of us there. So now, that's a 100 days consistency challenge. I did it to challenge myself to, first of all, create a balance, to help myself build a balance between different aspects of my life, and to also find a way to pass a message and to share something with other people, encourage them, and to also build consistency. Consistency is hard. There are days you don't want to show up. There are days you want to show up, but you don't have the zeal, you don't have the energy. Things are not just working out. There are days that you don't you I mean, so many things. It's even beyond your control. How do you manage it on those days? How do you even show up? And then I'm even realizing that showing up and even consistency doesn't have to even be loud. It's just deciding to show up regardless of how you feel. It's not even about finding motivations every day. You know, in the last few days and few weeks, a lot of my friends that know what I do and how busy I am, they are really impressed with how I'm able to post videos every day. Like, they're like, Esther, the discipline is so impressive. Like, how do you do it? How do you show up? How do you show up even when there's a lot going on, even when you have a lot to do, even when you have to come up, you have to show up every day, you have so much to do with your time and effort. Yes, exactly. And I think that is the ability to persevere is helping me to show up. And starting that challenge, I wanted to just challenge myself. And I set myself up by posting it on my social media. Oh, like, hi everyone, I'm about to start a 100 days challenge. I did that intentionally so that I would stay accountable. I just intentionally set myself up. And today is day 66, right? Or day 67. And I've not missed even one day. And in the midst of these 60 something days, there are days that I've had so many difficult times. There are days that I was very busy. There are days that there were things beyond my control. But somehow, I still found a way to show up. So it made me realize that um, showing up is possible if you decide to not quit, if you decide to just to show up regardless of how you feel, regardless of motivation, regardless of anything, and you decide to create a system that works, and you decide to be disciplined, and you don't just keep looking for motivation, you just build discipline and create discipline in such a way that you just show up regardless of anything. And also, when you take the first step, every other thing will fall in place. Because from the first day that I started this challenge, I I had no idea how the rest 100 days was going to be. I was sure of the first 1 or 2, 3 days, but I had no idea what I was going to be posting. Yes, exactly. I had no idea of what I was going to be posting in the next 100 days. But taking that step, it became easier for me. I saw myself creating videos. I saw myself just showing up. I saw myself just getting inspired. Like I just get inspired. I just see topics to talk about. I get ideas for what I would post, what I would talk about, what I would do, and it's like I came to a point where I was no longer running out of ideas. And sincerely, I still have a long way to go. There's so much I need to still learn about this YouTube. I'm still very new. I mean, I'm just like 5 months. There's still a lot. I still don't know. I still don't have a hang of it. And this is not something I focus on fully. I just come here once, like now I just post a video and I just run off. I feel I don't have the time yet to dedicate to video editing so much, doing so much. For some persons, they have a lot of time, and they can spare. For me, I'm just trying to create a little time to dedicate to this aspect of my life. So yeah, so for me right now, I'm just like focusing on this aspect, trying to see how I can create something like something that motivates people. So generally, I'm just someone who I feel like I don't easily give up on people. I feel like generally people just need somebody to believe in them. We just need the word in the right one, a word in the right season, and they just need someone to take a risk on them. I feel like there've been times where people took a risk on me, where they decided to be the one who would stand in for me. And that opportunity they gave to me transformed my life. So I feel like there are some people, they just need one person to listen to them. They just need one person to say something nice to them. They just need one person to not give up on them. They know they are going through issues, they have issues, but they just need one person to just not give up on them like every other person. Or they just need someone to say something to them. So that's why sometimes I feel like I have I want to be able to speak to some persons. I want to be able to hear them out. I want to be able to say something that will encourage someone, like spread positivity all of the time. Of course, there are times it will not really work. And it is one of the drive behind what I do with teenagers and young adults. I've had to listen to a lot of teenagers and young adults, and you see a lot of them struggling because they've not had people to listen to them. They've had people tell them to grow up, grow up, grow up, and then I feel like if they are given the right space, the right environment, the listening ears, they would do amazing. They will achieve so much. So, and I feel like you just need to give people time. Give them give them time, and nothing is broken beyond repair. That's what I feel. Maybe I'm too optimistic. Maybe I'm too optimistic. One of my friends told me that, Esther, I wonder why it's hard for you to give up on people. Why don't you give up on people? Of course, that comes at a cost, because sometimes it gives people space to, it gives me, I like it like that. It's very nice. Thank you so much. Even if it's not a compliment for you, I like it like that. I like the hair. It's beautiful. Don't worry about it. So like I was saying, um, it's even sometimes not giving up on people can be very detrimental to you, because there are some persons that have already given up on themselves, and no matter how hard you try for them, they end up messing up things for you in the process. So it's better to just let them be. The masters, and they end up ruining things for you. But there are some people who just need you, who just need a listening ear. So I've said so many things and went through and went round today. I think this is also becoming one of my longest live. I usually will stay on live for quite a short time. If you're just joining us, this is Let's Talk with Ene. And if this is a channel that you connect with and that resonates with you, please don't forget to subscribe. Here I talk about I talk about consistency, productivity, how to create the best version of yourself. Here we are growing, we are learning together. We talk about self-esteem, confidence, and even growing your work with God. It's a safe space where we are growing. I mean, I'm not yet, I don't have everything figured out yet. I'm just taking it one step at a time. And this is a space where I'm sharing my journey of I'm going. I feel like I can I have what it takes, and I'm helping others to grow, and I'm also growing in the process. I'm trying to inspire other people to become the best version of themselves, and I also want to become the best version of myself in the process. So if this is a channel that you relate to, that connects with you and resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to ask a question if you have one. I usually will come on live these days. Thank you so much. I come on live once in a, not once in a while. Like these days, I come on live every day. Before I think I started coming on live every day this month. Before I would come once in a while, but this month I decided to start coming on live more often, like every day. And I think it's been helping. Okay, let's hear it. If it's something I can answer, I would answer before I go. If not, I would answer it another time. So you can go ahead. So that would be. So today, I tried to keep today open, like make it Q&A. If not, usually all my life I would have like a topic or what I want to talk about. But today, I decided to keep it as a Q&A, and then I discovered I was talking more. So you can ask. Hey. I don't think I would. Ah, maybe it would be. Mm, I don't think I would want to live like any one of them. But if I would want to suggest for anybody, it would be a dog, because a dog would be will still be part of humans. They will have good food to eat. They would live in cozy rooms and houses. The reason I would like it, because someone has to take responsibility for them. They will not have to be toiling every day and working so hard to make money, to buy food, because somebody is taking care of them. And it has to be a rich home, please. Let it be from a rich family that they're. Oh, that's a good way to see it. Me, I think I would want to be a lazy dog. that want to just eat a lot of food, enjoy being taken care of. Sometimes when you look at how adult life can be difficult, you wish you're just a kid who has parents that are just taking responsibility for everything they have to do, where they have parents that are just taking care of them, paying their bills. They don't care if the economy is bad. They don't care. They don't care if their parents are broke. They don't care. But no matter what happens, someone has to take care of them. Yes, the lazy dog, because someone is taking care of you. Someone is taking responsibility for you. Someone has to give you food, has to bathe you, has to provide your needs. Whenever you are sick, someone takes you to the hospital. You don't have to worry about anything. You just stay. You just stay and bark at people, or just stay and be pampered. They pet you on your shoulders, they rub your fur. It's interesting too. Yeah. And thank you so much for keeping this live interactive. I mean, it's a Q&A. It's supposed to be interactive. I'm not supposed to be the only one talking. So I'm very grateful that you were able to join this live. I earlier asked that what are the biggest challenges that some people are facing in staying consistent and staying productive? Is there something that is preventing some persons from? Because sometimes it's not like people don't want to stay consistent. They don't just, so many things are just happening and it's hard. So I asked earlier what are the challenges some persons are currently facing. Yes, also that's the first reason I gave, because they are man's best friend. So it will be very interesting and nice to stay with to live with a man, with men, and to live with a family. Like it will make more sense that way. Thank you so much for that question, and thank you for joining. I'm very grateful. If you're just joining, I hope you're able to get it enough too from the videos that I've shared so far, or from the things I've shared so far. You can check on the channel and watch one or two of my videos. And don't worry, we are still learning, we're growing, and we're getting to a point. And I look forward to see you in my next live. I hope you join again. I don't know when that would be, but definitely maybe in a few hours or so, or later. I don't know. But thank you so much for joining. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, don't worry, I'll look forward to you too. I'll look forward to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I look forward to you to seeing you in my next live. So I'll put on my notifications so that when I have my next live, I'll see you. Thank you. I mean, this live is long. I thought it was going to be a 10 minutes live, or 15 or 20. Because sometimes I come on live and I feel like I shouldn't make it so long so people don't get bored and leave or something. People have a lot to do. They're busy. When someone told me they go on live for 10 hours, I'm like, what are you talking about? How are you spending that long time? All my cells are going to die if I do that. I'm probably not going to be able to save the world if I do that. If I spend so much time. Some persons have to be out there saving the world. So I'm on that side of the world. I'm on that side of the world trying to save the world. So I can't stay on life for so long because we need to save the world. We need to do a lot of things. And I believe that soon, maybe this my YouTube channel is going to grow better, and it's going to get to a point where I will have more people on live and get to share this journey. But I like it's a journey. So I would say one day I started with 3 people on live, 5 people on live, and now I have 1,000 people on live, 5,000 people on live, 10,000 people on live. I have about 600 subscribers right now. Maybe in a short time I can say, oh, I have 1,000, and then I have 5,000. And then everybody's seeing that you're going from one point to another just by showing up. And so that's why it's important to show up. Same way when you put so much energy into a business, and then you watch it, you show up every other day, show up the right way, and you discover that in a short time it becomes something better. It becomes good, something that you would see how much growth that that thing has experienced just by you showing up every day. Not just showing up, because sometimes you stay consistent. What if someone is showing up every day but not showing up the right way, not making any improvements, not making any effort, not being productive, showing up but not showing up in the way that makes sense or that would produce results? So I look forward to you again, to all of you showing up on my life again. Thank you so much. And enjoy the rest of your day for people that that still have a lot of time today. And good night for those that it is night. And good morning for those that just woke up. Thank you so much. And exactly. Comparison is a it's something that can kill so much. Like, it's a very terrible thing. You would never be happy if you keep comparing yourself with other people. And I hope everyone goes to bed today or later at night knowing that where you are, it's not a bad place to be. So, and you should keep growing, keep showing up. And like Oxygen said, don't compare yourself, just keep showing up. And know that you're growing and you're making progress. And don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Thank you so much. And I look forward to my next live. Thank you.